Hey guys, Disler Magic here, and it's time for one more spoiler from Aether Revolt, and this one has some interesting implications. It's Quicksmith Spy, and you guys know blue's my favorite color, so already had a little bit of interest. It's also a human and an artificer, which will help for some certain pieces of equipment and other cards. Now it does cost 4, which is pretty poor considering it's a 2/3, but that's a little bit of survivability, I guess. The key is, when Quicksmith Spy enters the battlefield, target artifact you control gains tap, draw a card for as long as you control Quicksmith Spy, so it's only one single artifact. But you can tap it every single turn to draw a card, so that's basically draw 2 per turn, which is extremely powerful, and as much as you could use that early game, late game is when you really start running out of cards, and this costs 4, so it's going to be kind of late game. I think this is appropriately powered. I don't think it'll be a popular card at all. If people are really worried about running out of cards in a blue artifact deck, I guess it would be, okay. Other than that, whatever, it's a 2/3 for 4, that sucks, and then that ability is only good until your artifact gets blown up. But here's the interesting part. You may remember the Quicksmith Rebel, which is one of the very first cards that was spoiled. Now that's red, and it says when it enters the battlefield, target artifact you control gains tap. This artifact deals 2 damage to target creature or player for as long as you control Quicksmith Rebel. It also costs 4, it's a 3/2, and it's more of a red theme. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably get a Quicksmith in every color. Now it is possible that we won't because they've done that before, but if we did, that would be pretty cool. So I have a feeling there's going to be a white Quicksmith that'll be tap, gain 2 life. There's probably going to be a black Quicksmith that'll be tap and target opponent loses 2 life, maybe 3, maybe +1, -1, to your life total, then take 1 away from your opponent. And then the green one, I don't know, generating mana would be crap. It might have like a tap ability that gains like a counter to a creature or something, or it gives a creature +2/+2 till end of turn. So all just kind of, useful cards. They all seem to cost 4 so far. I don't think anybody's going to be just rushing out to get the Quicksmiths, but they are rare, and there's probably 5 of them, which is a huge amount in a 184 card set. So these all might work together with other cards a little bit better than everybody's thinking. Or I should say a little bit better than they appear on the surface, which is kind of like crap. The one thing is, though, I can't really complain about an appropriately powered card since they've printed some OP crap that's ruining Standard. The real question is, will they actually ban something from Standard? And I don't think they will. Everybody's saying, ban Smuggler's Copter. Well, it's in everything, which kind of levels the playing field. If everybody's using it because it's colorless, then everybody's back to the same level. It's not like one deck is just dominating. Now, a red-black madness deck or something like that, I don't even remember what the prominent Smuggler's deck is, it's going to have an advantage because it uses madness. But other than that, ban Emrakul, maybe. I could see that. I don't think they will. I think it's been out long enough that they just can't at this point. It would eliminate a good deck, but they'd have to almost ban Ulamog along with it because you could summon either one really, really quickly. They could get rid of Aetherworks Marvel and nobody would complain too much, but it's not like that card's just a single standalone menace. Bringing stuff out for free is stupidly overpowered, and they'd have to almost admit that it was a design mistake. So I don't think they're actually going to ban anything, but they should. They should just come in and ban like 8 cards, basically. Maybe you guys know that's always my opinion. In Modern and Standard, they are letting some OP crap go, and they just need to cut the head off the entire net decking system so that there can be, instead of 3 really good decks, which is quite literally what it is in Standard, if you bend your way to those not being decks, there would be like 15 to 20 top decks. Hooray variety, hooray low card cost because they'd be really various. It would fix everything, but it would piss people off. It would get rid of so much value. I don't realistically think they should do that. I just think like in principle they should do it, but in reality, logistically, no, they should definitely not do that. The same goes for Modern. At this point, I'm on the fence. Should they just ban everything that pisses people off, like Lantern Control? Oh my god, yes. Ad nauseum, ban it. Kitchen Finks, ban it. Just all these really unfair, stupid decks, just get rid of them so that like real decks that actually play the game, like Jund and Zoo, so that they can actually shine. They actually swing with creatures and cast spells instead of, oh, look, infinite combo, woo, I win the game, go me. Yeah, Affinity, bye-bye, get rid of it. Just get rid of all of it. The problem is they'd instantly wipe out like $10 million worth of card value and piss off every single professional player. So do I think they should realistically do that? Maybe not. I mean, at this point, it's the only thing that'll fix Standard that'll actually like help it realistically. The format's just going to die if they don't, but they're not going to mass ban that many decks. It'll never happen. They showed with the last banning cycle where they chose not to ban anything that they're just going to let the format die. They're just going to wait till people stop playing it and, oh well. Then it'll be either Frontier or Extended, hopefully Extended, and that'll be the end of it. Probably should have just banned OP mechanics in the first place, huh? Or taken care of them a long time ago. So since the same thing is happening in Standard, and I mean quite literally the same thing, we're talking win on turn 4 decks in Standard. They're in the same place. I mean, Aether Revolt is only going to make those 3 decks stronger. It's not going to, bring out another competitor to those decks necessarily because they're just so stupidly powerful. I mean, they might make some good decks with like the Quicksmith Spies or something, some real consistent, cohesive artifact deck. But if you're getting stomped on turn 4 by an Emrakul, well, guess what? And I think they went on turn 5 and bring out Emrakul on turn 4. Whatever, same thing. Either way, you lost on turn 4. So they're in the same boat. They either ban everything that people play, basically, or they just ruin the format and people stop playing Standard and give it a 3 out of 10 on Twitter. Oops. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, as for me, I'm going to be building some weird stuff, some powerful but second-rate decks as usual because the top net decks are just impossible to compete with, except for, some that I've built lately, so you never know what I might come up with. And it might just use the Quicksmiths, because usually when they print one in every color, it's powerful. Let's think of the last time they did that. Oh yeah, the collective cards, like Collective Brutality, which is still sitting at about $8 a card. All the collective cards with Escalate are quite good. I mean, they are really good cards. So will we see the same thing with the Quicksmiths? I don't know. But if they make the top 3 decks even better, they're going to have to ban something if they want to have anybody playing their game anymore. I might just end up joining most of you down in the comment section that said, screw it, I just play Commander. I've got a deck idea, I just have to actually build it. So that's your spoiler for the day and your update on the situation with Standard and some Modern thrown into. What the hell? I'll see you guys next video.